Welcome everybody to the Drivers' Press Conference ahead of the FIA Formula One Japanese Grand Prix. We have two groups coming your way as per usual. Group 1, closest to me, George Russell, then Liam Lawson and Pierre Gasly. Very warm welcome to you all. Liam, please, why don't we start with you? Different colours for you this weekend. What's your overriding feeling about the swap with Yuki, and where do you go from here?
I think obviously an opportunity this weekend, maybe something I wasn't expecting so early, but something that obviously is not my decision. And for me, it's about making the most of obviously this opportunity now, and obviously still being in Formula One, I still have that. So it's been a good week of preparations, so I'm excited to get going.
Tell us about the preps. Have you been on the simulator? Have you driven the racing bull on the simulator yet?
Yes, we've done simulator, and it's all been okay. Obviously, you don't truly know until you drive the car. So going out tomorrow will be the first proper test, and for sure it'll probably take a session or two to adjust again. But we have 3 practice sessions here, so I'll be making the most of that. And
how much difference does it make that this is a track you've raced at before in Formula One for the first time this year?
That was, what I was obviously looking forward to from the start, to be honest, to go to a track that I've been to before, just to have a proper sort of preparation, and I now have that. So, it's exciting to be here. It's a track that, I think we all like as drivers, and it's one of my favorite tracks to drive on. So, I'm very excited.
And you had a nice warm-up yesterday about that?
Yeah, that was cool. It was, I think it was the first time they actually had both VCARB and Red Bull drivers together. So it was nice to see the fans all come out for that. It was very cold and rainy, and they all still stood out there. So that was cool to see. And, driving one of the older cars as well with the V8 was pretty cool.
All right. Good luck this weekend.
Thank you.
Thank you, Liam. Pierre, can I bring you in on this? Can we just start by talking about 2019? You made the mid-season swap from Red Bull to Toro Rosso. What are your observations? What are your thoughts on what's happened at Red Bull with Yuki and Liam this week?
Don't remember 2019.
Any thoughts on what's happened this week?
I wish Liam all the best. I can obviously relate to some things, and I wish Yuki all the best. I think it's very difficult to judge anything from the outside. I think only Liam can know his situation and know all the details from it, and just gotta respect that we're all trying our best with the tools we have, and I've got no doubts both of them are going to do really well, but it's not really for me to comment because you never really know what's going on. So
let's bring it on to the here and now with you and Alpine. You said after China that you were going to have a big debrief, look at what had gone well at the opening 2 races, where you also thought there was work to do. What conclusions have you reached?
Well, I think China, objectively as a team, I think we sort of slightly underperformed. We realized after the weekend that obviously a few things we would have done differently with insights, and that's why I'm still confident. We got a good package. We got the performance, to fight in the top 10, and it's really about we're still early stage in the season. We're still learning about the car and how to extract everything from it. So it's good. We got 3 races coming up, different tracks, and I'm excited to go racing.
You say you're still learning about the car. How much of a step forward is it compared to last year?
It is a step forward. Now, everyone made a step forward, if you look at the entire grid, and it's extremely tight. So I think it comes down to really fine-tuning, the car to every track within 2 tenths. You probably have 6-7 positions at the moment, and unfortunately we haven't done good enough in China, but we know the reasons why, and that's why I'm fully confident we'll be in the mix for the coming 3 races.
All right, good luck to you as well. Thank you, George. Let's come on to you now. A really impressive start for you and Mercedes so far this year. Podiums, you had the front row start last time out as well. What is possible with this year's car, do you think? How much is possible?
Yeah, I mean, obviously the first two races have been great, 2 podiums, and we couldn't really have hoped for much more. I think we also have to be realistic. We are only 2 races into a long season, and I don't think probably Ferrari and maybe Red Bull have maximised their potential as yet. So we don't want to get carried away thinking this is possible week in, week out, but we definitely know that if we do the best job to our own abilities, we'll be there in the mix.
Has the pace of the car surprised you so far?
Yeah, I think it has. We know in qualifying we've always been pretty strong, but I think it was quite refreshing in China to see that our race pace was also pretty decent, and we were the second fastest team in China, and there was a lot of positives to take away. So, we go to Japan, which was probably one of our worst races last year. So it will be quite an interesting test to see if we've improved the car compared to this time 12 months ago.
Just final one from me. Toto was very positive about your performance in China. How much of a shot in the arm is it for you to know that the boss has got your back?
Yeah, I mean, I know he's always got my back, to be honest. People like to see things publicly. I don't read what is said in the press or on social media. So for me, I only found out about this morning when somebody told me. Of course, it's good to hear, but I know that he's always supported me, had my back, and believes in me, and that's the most important, is what is happening internally rather than what is shown to the world. And I know that I've got everybody's support. We're in this all together. We're all fighting for the same common goal, and it's an exciting moment for us.
All right, good luck to you this weekend as well. Let's open this to the broadcasters. Who's first, please? Craig, yeah.
Craig Slade, George, and just picking up on that, clearly, obviously, there are some contract negotiations you need to embark on at some point. If the season turns out as you'd wish, with maybe a title challenge, would it be a good idea to try and get that done sooner rather than later, so it doesn't, I suppose, get in the way of that?
From my side, there's no stress whatsoever regarding a contract. Ultimately, contracts are in place in Formula One, and things change very quickly, and I believe in myself. You have to perform, and it's pretty much as simple as that. And when it comes down to contract discussions, I think with us in the past, with Toto, it's taken no more than 24 hours to have the conversation, and it goes to the lawyers, and we get something in place. So, there is no rush from my side. There's no concerns. There's no pressure. I'm enjoying where I'm at in the sport right now, and enjoying my performance, and just enjoying going racing, and that's the number one priority right now.
Thank you, George. Next one, please.
Mara, Sky Sport Italy, a question to Liam. Liam, do you expect you will immediately find the same good feeling you had already with the Racing Bull car?
I won't truly know until I drive. I think we feel good. I feel confident, and I don't think too much has changed also since last year. So I think the ingredients are there, and obviously the main thing is coming here at a track that I've driven as well. I think hopefully I slot right in and feel comfortable, but I think we'll find out tomorrow.
Okay, thank you, Liam. Next.
Tom Slafer, that's on Spain. Question for Liam as well. You mentioned that you were not expecting the call, or at least so soon. Was it actually a call? Or did you talk, or did you know this decision in China already, or was it something in between races?
No, I had no idea in China. It was something that was decided, I guess, the Monday or Tuesday afterwards. I found out after China, basically. It was, I think for all of us, probably more unexpected. But it was after the weekend.
Okay, next, yeah.
Hi, Liam. Mariana from Bungie TV. Things have been twisted and turned so many times here, and sometimes completely unexpected. And like a year ago, probably Yuki was feeling this way, like I was not the chosen one, and then things turn around. For the future, do you think you can expect, maybe if you have a very good year, to have this change again? Do you think about that or not? Like going back to Red Bull or turning the table?
I think we know how Formula One is and how quickly things change. I mean, if I look back a year ago, I had no seat. I was here a year ago watching and wishing I was racing. Then I had the opportunity to race at the end of last year and the opportunity then to go to Red Bull Racing. So a lot has happened in 12 months. So for me, the main thing is being in a car. I have the opportunity to obviously prove why I belong here, and that's what I'll try and do, and that's what I do every single time I get in the car. And that's what I'll be doing this weekend. So I think things change very, very quickly in terms of where my future is. I don't know, and for me, the only way I can control that is by driving fast.
Thank you. Next one.
Hello, Margot Lafitte, Canal Plus. Question for Liam. Can you talk us through the way the situation was presented to you? Was it like a done deal, or was it explained, justified?
It was more of a done deal, I would say. It was, yeah. I mean, so I guess I left China, starting preparations for Japan, and basically I had a phone call basically saying that this was what was going to happen. So, yeah.
Okay. Any more broadcasters? Yeah. Mara?
A question to George. George, when people talk about title, your name is often not there. Do you feel like you are not taken into consideration as you should be?
I mean, ultimately, from my side, I'm just going in every single weekend trying to perform the maximum. And, these last 3 years as well, alongside Lewis, his name was always there with championships because he's the GOAT. But the last 3 years, neither of our names were there because we weren't in the position to fight. So, look, this season it's been a great start to the year. I don't think we could have achieved a better result than we expected, and I hope we can continue this sort of run of consistency. But we know realistically the McLarens are exceptionally strong, and I think it's going to be challenging for anybody else to compete with them. But we saw last year how dominant Red Bull were, and suddenly they weren't at the end of the season. So things change quickly.